So yeah, when a baby's not gaining enough weight, we need to do a thorough assessment to figure out what's happening. So first we start with taking a full history of mom to understand her medical history, determine if she has any hormone issues, understand the pregnancy and the birth and how baby's been feeding since delivery. Next, I do an assessment of mom's anatomy, make sure there's enough glandular tissue, rule out any asymmetry or any history of breast surgeries. I would assess baby for symmetry. I would assess baby for potential oral restrictions that could be contributing to poor milk transfer. And then I would do a breastfeeding assessment. So I would weigh the baby before feeding, watch what mom's doing. After the feeding, weigh the baby, listen for swallows, calculate that suck-swallow ratio, and figure out how much milk baby's been taking. And then if she's pumping, I'm going to assess flange fit and pump output to figure out if potentially that's contributing to something. And then from there, I'm going to establish what the main causes of poor weight gain are and come up with a plan to increase baby's weight. Most often with a case like poor weight gain, we're going to do some sort of triple feeding plan. And what that means is that baby's going to do some breastfeeding, baby's also going to be supplemented, and mom's also going to be pumping. So 3 things that she does at every feeding. It's very intense, but it's generally a short-term plan, but it works to increase the supply. So that's usually where we start. If there are some oral restrictions or other kind of hormonal issues or anything like that that's sort of outside of my scope, I make referrals to the appropriate providers for care also at the same time. And then we have a quick follow-up. So usually with something like this, I would give a really clear triple feeding plan that involves, some breastfeeding, some supplementation, and then some pumping, and then we'll follow up in 24 or 48 hours to evaluate how things are going, and then kind of ongoing until we're at the place where mom wants to be.